Hello everybody, welcome back to another X-Plane 11 video. Hopefully you guys are doing well. We're going to be down here at San Francisco. We're going to be flying the Boeing 737 made by Zibo. It's going to be, livery we're going to be flying is going to be California 1, Southwest California 1. And we're going to be doing a short leg from San Francisco down to Los Angeles. So we have the split scimitar wings, or the split scimitar winglets, and we have the new tail flash, and we also got some other things inside the cockpit, some additional add-ons to allow the Boeing 737 to look a little bit better, more realistic. So go ahead and hop onto the cockpit. So inside we already have most of the plane already set up and configured. We have the FMC set, we have the weight and fuel balance and all that stuff set. We're just now loading the passengers into the aircraft here, and we'll soon do our welcome aboard message and make sure we get passengers seated. So we'll go ahead and get our yaw damper on, and we'll go ahead and also turn on our first forward fuel pump. We'll head on up here and we'll go ahead and just make sure that everything is checked and in its correct positions. So we're good in there. Emergency exit lights are already armed. We'll go ahead and pop on the fasten seatbelt signs and start getting our passengers seated.
The seatbelt sign is on. Please be seated and fasten your seatbelt.
Alright, so before we move any further,
We cannot leave the gate until carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
alright, so we'll go ahead and get the proper PA system set up. So we're going to go ahead and set that up real fast because I forgot to set that up before we started the recording. Alright, so we have our PA set. Our passengers should be pretty much loaded, almost loaded and ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and do our welcome speech, and we'll let them know that we are going to soon be pushing back out of the gate.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck. Welcome aboard. They're going to be underway shortly for the first leg. These three wonderful flight attendants, give them your attention as we push and taxi. They're going to give you plenty of attention and ready. Enjoy the flight. We'll talk to you much, everyone.
Alright, so we have given our announcement. We're going to start getting ready to start our push and start. So we'll go ahead and close the door there, and we'll start getting the plane finished up here. So we got the seatbelt signs on. Passengers will go ahead and start getting seated and settled. We're going to go ahead and get our window heats on. We're going to go ahead and toss our electrics on as well. We're going to go and get our left and right pack set on to auto. We're going to get our isolation valve set to auto. And we'll set the APU bleed here pretty soon. So we already have our pressurization and all that set. So then that, just go and start APU. Hold that down for about 3 seconds, and we'll go ahead and release. And the APU gauge here will go ahead, will increase. So it's going to indicate the APU start. The gauge is coming alive. And we already have our glare shield all set, so that's good to go. And the only thing we really need to do next is get the ATIS information for from XEnviro, so we'll go weather briefing. And for San Francisco, the altimeter is going to be 3043, so let's go ahead and set that in. So 3043 is set in our altimeter. APU will be finishing up here pretty soon. Go ahead and get our panel lights on here. And just turn our background lights up here a little bit. And we'll also go ahead and get our main panel lights on. We'll get our upper panel lights on. And we'll go ahead and get our lower panel lights on. There we go. Okay, let's go down here. We're going to go ahead and also set our altimeter. We're just going to set it to, or not altimeter, our transponder there, and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to set that to TARA so we don't forget later. It looks like our APU is good to go. Let's go and switch over to APU power. APU power is set. We're going to go ahead and turn off ground power. We're going to go over here. We're going to turn APU bleed, and we're going We next go over here, and we're going to go to the ground service systems. We're going to go ahead and disconnect GP. We're going to also remove the chocks. And we're going to go ahead and release the gate from us, so have some issues there, but that's alright. So other than that, we have our overhead panel is set as of right now for push and start. We have our lower panel set. We're going to go ahead and get all of our fuel pumps on. And other than that, we look like we're all set and good to go. Let's go ahead and do our better pushback pre-plan. And we're going to be pushing all the way back here. Got some traffic coming up here, but that's alright, they're not going to be in the way. We're going to be on a pretty long pushback, and should give time for our passengers to be briefed, the safety briefing, and to be ready to go because we're so close to the runway, so that'll be perfect.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Let's go and pop on our anti-collision light. And let's go down here and let's go ahead and request pushback.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
And so tug is going to drive up. Probably going to come through the building here, but that is alright.
Big favor, make sure your carry-on luggage is completely underneath the seat in front of you or in one of the overhead bins. Shortly after takeoff, we will be serving complimentary juice, coffee, and soft drinks. The overwing window exit designated an emergency exit row. If you're seated in this row, please refer to the safety information card in your seat back pocket. If you have a condition that would prevent you from performing the functions listed on the card, let us know. We will be happy to receive you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order for us to push back from the gate, please check to make sure your seatbelts are securely fastened. Seatbacks and tray tables are in their full upright and locked position. All cell phones and electronic equipment need to be turned off at this time. If you have anything with an on-off switch, it needs to be turned off. We have everyone take their seats and put their seatbelts on after that photo. Thank you. Thanks for choosing Southwest Airlines. Slide attendants for your doors. Yellow oxygen mask will drop from the compartment overhead. Immediately stop screaming. Let go of your neighbor. Hold in on the mask until the plastic tubing is fully extended. Place them acting like one. Put your mask on first, then help them with theirs. Leave the mask in place until otherwise notified by uniform crew member. That's it for news and notes. Back, relax, and go to flight. We'll be dimming the overhead cabin lights. If you need an additional reading light, there's a button above your head with a picture of a light bulb. Enjoy the flight.
Alright, flight attendants have done the safety briefing. We'll go ahead and dim the lights here pretty soon once we switch over to engines. So let's go ahead and head over here and we'll go and get the packs turned off. And we'll go ahead and also get the engine started. So let's go ahead and flip it on. We'll start engine number 2 first. So engine number 2 is coming alive here. Alright, engine number 2 is set. We're going to start engine number 1. Engine number 1 is coming alive. Alright, both engines are started, and we'll go ahead and switch on over to engine power. We'll go ahead and get the probe heats on. We'll go and get our packs turned back on. We'll go and get our APU bleed off and our APU turned off. We'll go over here and we'll go ahead and get the cabin lights set for takeoff.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, so we got the thumbs up and we have the pin pulled, so that's a good sign. So let's go ahead and set our flaps to 5 degrees. Go ahead and just double check that is set to 5. That is correct. We have our auto brakes already set to RTO for us. We're going to go ahead and get our taxi lights on. And we'll go ahead and also turn on our wheel lights so that the cabin is, that way we get the cabin prepared for takeoff since we're so close. Alright, did our control surface check. Let's go ahead and release the park brake. And let's get on out of here. Clear to the left. Clear to the right. Go and toss our strobe lights on. We're gonna get our runway turn off lights on. As our runway is literally just right here, so we're already prepped and ready. The only thing we have to really wait for is that plane to clear, and I don't think there are any other planes on the runway at all, but we'll double check to make sure. Thing is so finicky.
Approaching 01 left.
There's a plane there. There's a way to make sure that we are clear for takeoff. We'll double check our radars and also check
on runway 01 left
as well. Go ahead and just hold it here, and we'll double check and make sure that the area is clear. We had another plane coming in here, so we'll actually wait for that other plane. Alright, so good news after this plane that just landed. Looks like it's going to be another Southwest. We're going to be clear, so we have like literally no traffic coming in behind this Southwest here. So once he clears the runway, then we'll be clear for takeoff. Go ahead and release our park brake. Go ahead and put the power forward. Engine stable. Go and hit our clock there, and we'll also hit toga.
$80 knots.
Okay.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
You're coming up.
$400.
Good. Little bumpy coming out of SFO here. We're gonna go start making our left-hand turn.
1,000.
start bringing flaps up here. Flaps up 0. A little bumpy out of San Francisco, not too bad though. We're on the autopilot takeover here. We don't need the HUD anymore, so we'll go and pop that up. Alright, so just a little past 10,000 feet, we'll go ahead and get the wing lights off. We'll go ahead and also get the logo light off. And we'll get our taxi and runway turnoffs and landing lights off. And we'll go and set our engine starts all back to auto, get our auto brake off, go and bring our gear down into the off position. And flaps are up, speed brake is in, autopilot is armed and functioning correctly, so that's always a plus. Overhead panel looks good. Looks like there's no errors. Center panel looks good. No errors. Fuel looks like it's nice and even, well balanced. And other than that, everything was looking pretty good. And coming up on when we come up on 18,000 feet, we'll go ahead and set our altimeter back to standard, which is going to be 2992. Other than that, nice clear skies. Nice clear night skies out for flying. In the San Francisco area, and I do believe we should be expecting the same for the Los Angeles area. Nice clear skies. Alright, so a little past 18,000 feet, we're going to set it back to STD and we see the altitude jump, which is fine and is perfect. And right now we are en route to our top of climb, and we're inbound to waypoint eBay, which we are, or no, sorry, Susie, which we are 74 nautical miles out from Susie. Alright, coming up on 24,000 feet. And once we get to our cruise, we will call off our level off speech, and we'll go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign for passengers to roam about the cabin, use the bathroom, anything like that. And then we'll also be changing our lighting to the night/sleep, which we'll actually go ahead and do since we're already past the takeoff/landing phase. So we're going to set it to night and sleep. That'll bring our cabin to a different color, which should be in a blue tint, or a blue lit color, so you be nice for the nighttime hours. Also, the cabin lights will be dim for passengers trying to get some sleep. That's just a little under 1,000 goes, just about like 200 to go, and then that will be our 35,000 foot cruise level. So we're now the plane is now leveling off now. And thermals will be cranking back, and we'll be sitting at a cruise. So go and head on over to the. We'll go and get to the PA system if it will let me. There we go. Okay, so with that, we'll go and switch that to 10 to make the turns more gentle, especially when we have the fast seatbelt sign off. So we'll go and get the fast seatbelt sign off, and we'll call off our level off speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached our cruising altitude of 500 clear, so I'll turn the seatbelt sign on. I would like to ask you to bear with us, please leave the seatbelt fast on the traditional engine and ignition pump. Also, please don't pull the line to the forward galley lavatory area. We really appreciate you choosing to fly with Southwest this morning. Hope you enjoy the trip. Have a great week. Please come back and see us in real soon.
Alright, so we have the seatbelt sign turned off, and we have done our level off speech for the passengers, and next would be our descent speech. That's if we have a pretty smooth flight all the way through to SoCal, which is going to be Los Angeles. So if that's the case, we'll do a turbulence warning, and we'll give a warning out to the passengers that we have hit a cell turbulence, and we'll be putting on the fasten seatbelt sign. So other than that, everything's looking pretty good. We don't expect any heavy weather on the forecast, but as per usual, things may change. Alright, so just an update. We are coming up on eBay. We're 26 nautical miles out from eBay, and we are approximately 80 nautical miles out from our top of descent. We'll start descent. So just to be safe on the descent part, and sorry if you guys can hear my mouse clicking. I moved my mic so that way it's further away from my computer, and my computer is kind of loud, making the fans are making some loud noises. So, right now, I'm going to start working in the FMCs to make sure we get the altitude set correctly, make sure they are correct, and we set them. I'm going to set them to their minimum. So right now they're flight level 290 to flight level 260, so they're going to stay above flight level 260, so stay below 290, flight level 290. So we're just going to change that to make it easier. So I can't remember how we set. I think we just put in 260. So Crowley is going to be flight level 260 minimum. Yeah, there we go. All altitudes are going to set for us. Muppet is going to be flight level 230, so it's going to set /230. Set that. And then M dots is going to be 200,000. And then gripper is going to be at 190. And then biking is going to be at 160. And then run is going to be at 140. And then Ironman is going to be at 120 or 12,000. Then Simon is also going to be at 12,000. And then base is going to be at 9,000, so that's correct. Juice is going to be between 9,000 and 8,000, so that will be fine. In turbulence. Now we're fine. Alright, so, and then Cliffy is going to be between 8,000 and 7,000, so we're just going to change those as well. So, Juice is going to be 8,000. Cliffy is going to be 7,000. And then Dodger, I think is how you pronounce it, is going to be 6,000, and then Gato is going to be at 6,000 as well. And then Seaview, we're not going to worry about that. That's just, we're going to probably skip that and take a shorter route into the arrival, depending on the traffic inbound. But other than that, our FMC is now set up for our arrival into Los Angeles. About to make our turn here, headed for Burgle. I think it's Burgle or Burglar. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but we'll be passing eBay here shortly. Alright, coming up in 40 nautical miles, we're going to have our top of descent. So we're getting closer and closer to descending down into Los Angeles. So just a minute past our 30-minute mark here, coming into towards Los Angeles. We are now 20 nautical miles out from our top of descent, and we'll be prepping for that here pretty soon. By prepping, I pretty much mean setting our altitude down to below or set to these altitudes on the descent here, just to make sure that the plane will start descending us properly, and we'll do some other checks and whatnot just to make sure that we are 100% good to go and we don't have any failures and so on. But for the most part, everything looking pretty clear, pretty green so far, so we should really have to worry about that. And weather's looking pretty clear as well, so we shouldn't really have to worry about weather.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have started our descent. I have turned the seatbelt sign back on. I'd like to ask you to please return to your seats. Buckle up for the short duration of the flight. We really appreciate you choosing to fly with Southwest this morning. Hope you've enjoyed the trip. Have a great week. Please come back and see us again real soon.
Alright, so we have given our passengers our descent speech, and we're going to go ahead and set the fasten seatbelt signs onto auto here.
The passengers follow the semester by attempts to take their seats for a little bit, so please make sure you're in your seat with your seatbelt securely fastened until he does turn that fasten seatbelt sign off and we get to the response.
Okay, so we have the seatbelt sign on for the descent. If passengers need be, they can get up and use the restroom if it's an emergency, but for the most part for our descent, we're going to keep the fasten seatbelt sign on, and as we come in for our descent into Los Angeles. So coming through on our descent, coming on down to 23,000 feet. We are just now coming up onto Muppet, and soon we'll be on to MDOT, and we are just 40 nautical, a little over 40 nautical miles out from Simon, and plane is going to continue descending us nice and easy down towards the Los Angeles area. Alright, so we have our altimeter set, so that way when we reach 18,000 feet, we'll go ahead and remove the altimeter from standard to 3033, which is the altimeter into Los Angeles. Alright, so just past 18,000 feet, we're going to go ahead and remove standard. We'll have another jump in our altitude here, and we're going to increase our descent here. But the plane's going to increase the descent. I'm going to go down now, so I'm going to turn off the dome light. I forgot to turn that off. There we go. Completely forgot I had that on. Usually I kind of like it to be dark like this. Nice and easy on the eyes. But we are 43 minutes into our flight, and here pretty soon we should have a visual on the Los Angeles area coming up here pretty soon. Alright, so just off our nose here, we should be getting eyes on the Los Angeles airport here. Let's see. Actually, no, not yet. I think it's gonna be it's gonna be like the Burbank area here, so probably see like Van Nuys Airport down here if we enter the rendered distance. Continue bringing our descent down to 6,000 here, because we are approaching 12,000 feet now. So we're going to reach a nice mellow point here where we're just going to level off here for a little bit, and then we're going to start our descent again. We'll go ahead and actually make Simon at 11,000. Just how we continue our descent slightly. Yeah, I think that's going to be, I think there's Burbank right there, and then that's Van Nuys Airport. So Burbank there, Van Nuys there. And then we should have LA coming in here pretty soon somewhere in this general area. Coming up on 11,000 feet, we'll go ahead and once we reach 10,000 feet, we'll get our lights on, our wing lights on, and we'll brighten up the cabin as a wake-up call for our passengers, and also so that the cabin crew can go around and collect anything such as the garbage or anything. We'll actually go ahead and do that now. We'll go ahead and go to takeoff and landing mode. And what that will do is we'll just change the cabin into a brighter kind of green color, so nothing too crazy to be painful on the eyes, so nice and easy. There's Los Angeles there, so we're going to be landing on runway 24 right, which is going to be this pair of runways here. We're going to be landing on this side, not this side, so let's hope that the actual traffic of world traffic is actually properly taking them off and landing them proper side, and ignore that it shows us as a fighter jet. I don't know why it shows us as a fighter jet symbol, but it does, I guess. Whatever. There's a few other arrivals, so we may have it looks like we're having an arrival behind us. Looks like we're also gonna have another arrival behind us as well, but it looks like they're further out, so it's gonna take them a little longer. Other than that, looks like Los Angeles is pretty quiet, no real traffic. Alright, so there's 10,000 feet, we'll go ahead and get our wing lights on. the beautiful city of Los Angeles right in front of us. And we have the LAX airport just up here off of to the right of our nose, and we're getting a little patch of turbulence coming in on our descent here, which is fine. Nothing too crazy, but since we're coming in now, we'll go ahead and get the ILS frequency for our arrival, or excuse me, for our approach. So again, we're going to be on ILS 24 right. We're going to go ahead and set in our ILS frequencies and all. So, and our ILS is now set up, and we'll go ahead and go into heading mode here.
1,000 to go.
Go ahead and increase our turning radius, or our bank angle. I'm going to say not turn radius, but bank angle. And we'll continue descending down to 5,000, so we can try to intercept. So Mercy's going to be at 4,000. We can try to intercept that Mercy, so we'll continue descending 4,000. Alright, so coming on in, we're going to go and call the cabin to prepare for landing here.
We're making our call descent. Please check at this time. Make sure seatbelts are securely fastened. For any seats and trays, and box and retail carry-on items. We also ask you to discontinue use of and stow all portable electronic devices in preparation for landing. We'll be coming to pick up the remaining service items and any other types you'd like to get rid of.
So we're gonna have a little bit of wind, but this might be because we're at altitude. Once we get lower,
1,000 to go.
Little to no wind, so we should be fine. Again, just in case, go and check our world traffic radar, just make sure everything's good. Oh, looks like they're actually gonna make it in before us. I thought they're gonna be way out, or like be further out than us, but I guess they're gonna be in before us. Looks like they might be landing on the left side. On the 25 runways. Here in a bit, we'll go ahead and start our intercept. I should go for 3,000 here. And you know what? We can go ahead and we'll go ahead and start making our right-hand turn. And we'll go ahead and start getting ready to intercept the ILS for runway 24 right.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Autopilot's really aggressive with that bank angle though. We're going to get our taxi lights, runway lights.
1,000 to go.
Landing lights on. Get our logo lights on. Wheel well lights on. We'll go ahead and set our auto brake to. We'll set our auto brake to 2. We'll go 1.
1,000 to go. 1,000 to go.
We'll start slowing the aircraft down. Is our ILS going to catch it all? I'll hit approach mode. No, it doesn't seem like it is. Alright, we're going to go and take over. For some reason our ILS is not capturing, so that's alright. We're going to take full control of the aircraft. Alright, aircraft is ours. We'll start slowing down our speed. Yeah, not the best approach, especially with what just happened, so yeah, fun. But that's alright, visibility's fine. A little bit of a bump coming in, but other than that, not too bad. So we're aiming for 2-4 right. We're obviously not lined up with. We're going to toss the gear down. go. Almost forgot about the HUD. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. I was pressing my flaps button, not my gear button. I was like, why is that buzzing? I have my gear down, but I pressed the middle hat, or the middle button, not my far right button. And we need to trim heavily here.
$1,000.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Alright, go full flaps.
Approaching 24 right.
Go off to the right, try to align ourselves. There.
400. 300.
Oh yeah, shoot. Sorry guys, I have to pause it because I completely forgot we need to arm the speed brake. I forgot it's not binded. I had it bind to my throttle, my yoke, my yoke's throttle, but I forgot I had to reset all my key binds recently and it doesn't work. So it's a good thing I checked the green button on my panel.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Long landing, long
Oh,
landing,
exploded.
6,000 feet remaining.
Oh god, that was a hard landing.
$80 knots.
There. And 60, do a manual braking. And not my prettiest landing, but it has been a while since I've done, since I didn't fly. This is actually my first flight since I came back from Kentucky. It was a 2-week vacation, plus I haven't really played any before that as well, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. The approach was very awkward. For some reason, the approach was like not having it. The ILS was not having it at all, so it's whatever, I guess. Gonna clean up the aircraft here. Let's turn landing lights off. And turn that all the way back steady. And let's go ahead and go over to our taxi charts here. And we'll go ahead and
Approaching 06 right.
go ahead and leave our strobe lights on because we are taxiing we are going to be crossing an active runway here. And then we'll turn a left here onto Echo and we'll taxi all the way down to our southwest ramp. Other than that, guys, welcome to Los Angeles. Not the prettiest landing, but not my worst. So 1 hour and 8 minutes to get to our ramp. So not too bad, not bad, not bad. Doesn't seem like there is. Okay, here we go. I was gonna say it doesn't seem like there is auto gate for some reason. There is. Perfect. Pull the park brake here. Switch over to APU power. Going to shut the engines down. Head on over to ground power. Go ahead and shut the APU off. Alright, other than that, that is pretty much the flight. So let's go ahead and turn on white bright so that everybody can see back there what they're doing. And let's gonna do the AC. Doors. Okay, I still can't open the doors, but whatever, it's alright. Alright, other than that, guys, that's going to be the end of the flight here, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. We'll go into the outside view here. We got a plane taking off, or probably landing. Oh, it's probably one of the arrivals landing. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Alright. Anyways, get a nice close-up view of the plane here. Other than that, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this flight leg from San Francisco to Los Angeles. It was a night flight, so we couldn't really see any of the nice photo reel and scenery and all, but other than that, we enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Other than that, as per usual, if you guys liked the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and if not already, make sure to subscribe so that way you guys can stay up to date with all my latest content and new uploads. If you guys like X-Plane, I will be putting more streams and uploads out of it, so expect some more X-Plane streams and uploads in the near future. Other than that, guys, again, hope you guys enjoyed. Other than that, have a great rest of your night, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next one.